Hello and welcome back to Warsword Conquest and our wonderful, wonderful fellow Slythe. And I just got something to show you right here. Someone actually recommended that I get a runic blunderbuss, and I thought to myself, you know what, I'm gonna actually do that because I feel like, hey, we haven't actually used a gun in a very, very long time, because let's face it, I've mostly been just focusing on using my my two-handed skills, and that has actually proven to be extremely fun. I love the two-handed. I think it's super, super cool, but we've sort of neglected our you know, our range skills. So you know what, this is a very good time to get back into it. And that's the reason why I decided, you know what, thank you very much for the suggestion, by the way. Really, really appreciate that. The fellow that gave me the suggestion, very, very helpful indeed. I appreciate it, and hopefully we're going to be able to utilize this relatively nicely. Obviously, I am going to get out my two-handed every now and again, because obviously I'm going to need to clear the way, so to speak. And yeah, we're getting a load of kills with this particular weapon. Unfortunately, it takes a long time to reload. This, I believe, has a speed rating of, I think, 15 or something like that. I actually have no idea. But it's decent. It's decent. I actually have no idea how, well, shall we say, the best way to use this particular weapon. I actually have no clue, because I'm thinking right now, is it better for me to use this from a longer distance away, or is it better for me to go super, super close? I actually don't know, but you can see here that we are literally killing enemies like it is nothing, because I think the bullet that you fire from this thing is penetrative. In other words, you can literally fire this thing through all of these mobs, and they will literally just die instantly. Now, if this was an action RPG, I would say this is a super easy way to level. And yeah, actually it is, as you could quite clearly tell right here. Now, what's quite funny is that I actually didn't even use this to get into the battlements initially. I actually used this only after that fact, because I obviously, well, I needed to use my two-handed, because otherwise these guys would literally just continue to interrupt me over and over again, and it's, you know, it's never going to happen. But as you can see, look at this. The enemy only has around 30 troops remaining. This is actually an Empire town that has been taken by the vampire counts. And so I thought, hey, you know what? I'm going to go over here. I'm going to see what's going on. And this is exactly what's going on, yeah. We've got basically a free opportunity for us right here. Completely free opportunity. The vampire counts have not placed any vassals here whatsoever. What is this? What is this? How do I get up there? Oh, okay. Apparently I'm not going to be able to get up there in any way for some reason. Okay, that's going to be a little bit problematic. How do I actually do that? I guess I'm going to have to go around the side, aren't I? Okay, well, that's a little bit sad, but I guess, you know, it is to be expected, of course. Alright, let me just kill those guys. It's actually pretty cool. I do like the weapon. It is, in my opinion, it is quite, I mean, let's just, I'm gonna just say it very, very clearly here. It is pretty overpowered. However, it is very much a case of, well, you kind of want something like this to be overpowered, because in the case of its damage and its penetration power, it is capable of very, very good things. However, with its speed rating, I feel like it is balanced. The only thing, obviously, that you're going to be thinking about right here, though, is that when you are actually attempting to do things with this weapon, the enemy cannot be on top of you. If the enemy's on top of you, you're not going to be able to penetrate them as deeply as you would want. And I know that sounds really, really weird, because let's face it, if an enemy is on top of you, you're more than likely going to be able to penetrate them no matter what. Right? You'd think that, right? However, unfortunately, because of the way the game works, the you know, the animation just does not, it just doesn't work to be able to shoot at that distance. However, obviously, if you're using a melee weapon, or if you're using a big two-handed sword like I am right here, then penetration is not that difficult. And I mean, I've got a lot of, you know, let's face it, I've got a lot of experience when it comes to that. You know, using big weapons on enemies. I mean, come on, I love a big two-handed, right? We love a big two-handed. You love a big two-handed, I love a big two-handed, and we all love penetration, right? So anyway, the point is, 16 deaths right there. Yeah, I obviously did suffer quite a few casualties. However, look at how many kills we actually gained. 136 kills, really, really nice. And we're able to rescue, oh, look at that, actually not rescue. We're actually able to retrieve quite a bit of loot. And I'm going to request that this be awarded to me, because this is a town. This is a town, so I might as well, you know, I might as well go for it. As you can see, I have my warplock pistol right here. But obviously, I'm not going to be using that at the moment. And by the way, I don't actually know when I got this weapon, the Staff of Shepesh. It must have been a long time ago, but I don't remember when I got this, which is actually quite funny, because it's actually really, really good for a spellcaster, as you can see. Damage increases the more mana the wielder has, and the minimum is 50 for the effect to start. And for me personally, I think that's actually really easy. I think that is super, super easy to do. And someone actually asked me to clear up my inventory, so I will do that. Generally, I am not really caring too much as long as I know where everything is. But I know that some people get really annoyed by that, so I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be irritating with that. But yeah, there you go. Now we're kind of done, I guess. I do actually need to purchase some more food, to be honest, because look at this. I've only got bread. That's really terrible, isn't it? Let's just sell the cheap bread for a real quick second. Let's get some grain, just for a little bit more variety, of course. And then we're just going to get some dried meat as well. And we're going to get 2,300 from this. Let's go into the tavern here as well. You never know when you're going to see someone that could be potentially useful. I'm kind of hoping for a potion seller right here. Oh, there's Cyrus. Oh, that's actually hilarious. That's certainly not something that I was wanting to see. Yeah, if I see him... you know, never mind. I was just going to say, if I don't see him too soon, then well, I mean, let's just say that I don't really want to see him, because I just had to spend 80,000 gold on a magical ward. Actually, don't know. No. I've actually got the maximum level of the ward now. So that's really, really cool, actually. And that means that we have an even better, well, we have an even better survival chance in dungeons. And speaking of dungeons, we are relatively close by to a dungeon. So it may very well be a decent idea for me to go over there and do it. I mean, the dungeon is over there. I don't know whether that's a good idea, actually. There is another dungeon over there too, but that's also in enemy territory. This castle did get taken by the Empire, by the way, but I thought that taking this town was probably a little bit more useful. You know, primarily because obviously if I actually do get the opportunity to, you know, claim ownership of this, it's going to be significantly good, or at least I think it's going to be significantly good. Okay, so let's actually have a look here. I would like to get, let's see, increase your magic control. I don't really care about that so much. Increase your magic power will increase the damage your spells cause and also the power, all of these things. Okay, I guess I'll just do these two. I don't know. He's got so much to do here. It's actually quite funny, but oh yeah, I haven't actually shown you the runic blunderbuss's stats. I will show you that in just a moment. Yeah, there we go. Alright, we're fine. Let me go over here real fast, because what I want to do is I just want to recruit some slaves really, really quickly, because I am starting to hemorrhage units, and we need to make sure that we keep up our numbers advantage, shall we say, even though there really isn't that much of a numbers advantage to begin with. But anyway, Runic Blunderbuss, here it is. Yes, it has a speed rating of 20. Yeah, it's pretty god-awful, isn't it? Yeah. However, look at the damage. Damage is fantastic. Obviously, the main point of this entire weapon is the penetration. Obviously, that's the main deal here. Anyway, I'm very much going to want to drink these potions of knowledge. Thank you. There we go. And let me just sort out my inventory real fast. There we go. Let's just put that there. There we are. Okay, fantastic. So, as you can see, we've got 2 vampires right here. It may make sense for me to actually attack them. I'm kind of a bit weirded out by the fact that Mr. Warlord Warlord someone or other. I didn't even see what his name was before he went into the town. I'm kind of weirded out that he was running away from this guy. But as you can see, we're actually getting 5 renown. 5 renown for this. That potentially means that this guy has incredibly strong units, and in which case I'm going to have to be a little bit careful. Or maybe not, because I just shot these two and they died instantly. Because of course that is indeed the Runic Blunderbuss in action. Yes. But as I said, I feel like the speed rating does kind of balance it out pretty nicely. I mean, you can see here if I fire right now, boom. There we go. Boom, headshot. Yes, yes, boom, headshot. Very good, sir. Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's the point. That's kind of what we want to do. But obviously the penetration is just, that's the main purpose of this weapon. You know, because if other weapons also have this penetration, I don't think they do. Because otherwise, I don't think the fellow in the comments would have actually suggested this as a super good siege weapon, because this was actually the main reason why they were suggesting it, because that's the point. You want something that is going to be mostly effective, shall we say, in a specific situation. Because obviously, if this is effective in every situation, because obviously this is probably not going to be super effective in fast-paced, close quarters combat. Because let's face it, obviously that's not going to be the case, because if it is, then it would be a fast speed rating. So you'd probably want something like the Musket of Reloading or something like that, because that has a speed rating of 66, which is actually incredible if you think about it, because that means that you're going to be reloading, well, in 3 times as fast the time that you would reload this particular weapon. So that makes a big difference, in my opinion. That makes a really big difference. Anyway, I'm actually just going to level up this guy's Weapon Master skill, and then we're just going to get him some more agility to be able to do that. Let's get a Black Rat here. Let's get some... I'm trying to get some infantry with this Skaven as well a little bit here. Now, this guy, I'm pretty sure I'll be able to pretty much win against any of the vampire counts at the moment. I don't think I've seen any of them right now that I think can actually deal with us. However, that doesn't necessarily mean that that will always be the case. I kind of want to go and do a dungeon, though. I really kind of badly want to do a dungeon. So, you know, I'll tell you what. Let's actually go into a battle here against this guy, because he's a little bit more difficult than his friend was. Or at least yeah, he's got 14 renown. This is actually pretty incredible. I'm getting good renown for fighting against the vampires. So I'm kind of wondering whether that is... I mean, obviously that's intended, but I'm trying to say, is that actually something that we could take advantage of? Because this means... Ooh, hello. There are necromancers. There are necromancers on the enemy side right here. Has cast Rise, 12 skeleton archers, and the power of the nearby dead raises 5 extra vampire counts. What does that mean? I have no idea, but apparently they are just buffing their undead dramatically, and this may very well be a super harsh thing for us. Okay, I'm going to have to get out my cavalry killing weapon for the moment. Oh no. Oh, yes. Oh, I am pained infinitely whenever this happens. Oh, yes. I love this. Not. Yes. I really hate that. I really hate that. There are no words, okay? There are no words for me to say how much I absolutely loathe being staggered by horses. It's extremely irritating, and it's certainly something that you really just you just want to avoid that as much as possible, because it is otherwise just going to prevent you from doing what you need to do, which in my case was killing as many horses as possible, because otherwise the Hell Knights and the various other relatively strong units are going to get by, and they're going to do massive damage to my forces, and that's obviously not something we want. So obviously we're just going to have to deal with these fellows the old-fashioned way with my two-handed. Are my forces actually running right now? They are actually thinking of running, I think. Let me actually tell my forces to charge in here a little bit, because it feels like we're actually losing. Yeah. Yeah, we are actually losing this. And this is exactly what I was talking about. This is literally because of my failure to kill their mounts, in my opinion. I think that that is the reason. Okay, I'm gonna retreat. This is exactly what I was talking about, by the way. Okay, look at that. We lost so many troops. I am absolutely gobsmacked by this, actually. I'm thinking to myself, what is going on here? This is actually crazy. If you think about how effective these units are, I mean, okay, fine. I'm gonna level with you right now. The only experience that I have with the vampire counts as a faction is me playing Blood Bowl 2, because obviously I love that game. I absolutely love that game. It's super, super fun. But apart from that, I have also played as a vampire in the Old Realms, which is, of course, a Bannerlord mod, and that allows you to play as one of the vampires with huge amounts of magical prowess, and you're able to summon incredibly powerful sorcery to eliminate however many enemies you want, and you can summon the dead and all that wonderful stuff, you know, as you might expect you would be able to do. Now, those are the only things basically those are the only you know, sources that I have to really draw upon in regards to my experience with them. And what I know about them is that the vampires themselves are extremely strong, and then everything else is kind of a little bit of fodder, basically, a little bit more fodderish. So apart from that, I'm kind of now thinking to myself, what's going on with this? Because these enemies are very clearly not only, you know, vampires and things, and they are actually capable of doing some pretty crazy things otherwise. I'm actually going to get killed here. Look at that. I actually died. Wow. Who would have expected that? How much damage did I actually take from that guy, to be honest? Because that's one thing that I was actually very interested about. I thought to myself, there's surely no way that I can die here because we have a really, really good ward save now, but apparently no. Apparently that was just nothing. But I mean, look at what's actually happening right now. My forces are actually running away. They are actually routing. That is so annoying, actually. That is really, really bad. Okay. Let's go back in here. We can deal with this. You know, it's actually really funny because when I first went into this battle, I thought to myself, we're going to be absolutely fine. We're going to have no issues whatsoever. But then, as time went on, well, as you can see, it really didn't help me that much. Okay, so I'm wondering, should I take a healing potion? Probably not. Oh, come on, kill him. Oh. Okay, there we go. No, they killed a ghost. Oh, he literally... Really? Okay, can my guys actually do something instead of just retreating all the time? It would be nice if they would actually kill some things. Because basically all I need them to do is actually attack instead of retreating. So I'm kind of hoping that they're going to do that this time. If they don't, then I'll just retreat and we'll go into a dungeon after a little bit of regenerating. But I gotta say, I'm actually kind of surprised. I really thought that we would have this in the bag. I thought we would be really, really easily able to win against these guys. Because as I say, from what I know about them, most of the time you're not really going to have too much to worry about, apart from their main highly trained units. And I'm talking about their mounted units or, you know, something like that. But it looks as though their regular troops are also quite strong, because you saw there, a Dark Ogre Man-Eater was just killed by some of their regular troops, which is pretty impressive, all things considered. I think that's pretty impressive, at least. Anyway, there you go. He did manage to escape, which is sad, but, you know, what can you do? And, yeah, well, that was a rather disturbing wake-up call, shall we say. And that definitely means that I need to be much more careful of the undead as we go forward, because that just tells me everything I need to know. I just need to be very, very careful. Okay, this is actually under siege right now, so I'm actually going to go in here and wait here for some time. Obviously, I don't have a huge amount of HP, so I will have to wait and hope, cross my fingers, that we're going to be able to regenerate almost all of our HP before these guys go in. And there's my village, my very rich village, being raided, and it's now been demoted to poor status once again. Alright, so here it is, 241, which is basically a majority of my own units, versus almost 700. Alright, this is going to be a little bit harsh, isn't it? This is going to be very, very harsh, actually. Let me just shoot immediately right here, just to try and eliminate as many enemies as possible. Thankfully, because this is an amazingly good layout for us, I should have a pretty easy time of getting my Poison Wind Globadiers and my various other ranged troops involved in the battle. That's kind of what we wanted in the end anyway, isn't it? Okay, so let's just see if I can continue to do damage. How many have I killed so far? Only 43. I was kind of hoping for a little bit more than that, but okay. I guess we'll just have to make do with that. And we can only hope that Oggy Boggy is going to do a really good job of keeping us all alive. That's basically what we want. Okay, so here we go. Now all I need to do is just kind of stand here. By the way, this is the Empire. I don't know whether you saw that. I think you did. This is the Empire attacking us right here. Thankfully not the vampires, because I was actually kind of... I was a bit dreading actually being attacked by them, to be honest, because they are actually proving themselves to be a rather dangerous, shall we say? I want to say corporation for some reason. No, they're not a, they're not a corporation, but no, they are a very dangerous, I guess, faction. Yes, we'll just use the standard word. All right. Yes, so they are a rather dangerous bunch of people, so that is something that we kind of want to be a bit more careful with, I suppose. But the Empire, on the other hand, they don't actually appear to be that problematic. I'm actually kind of surprised, because I actually thought to myself, you know, whenever I see the Empire, I think to myself, oh, okay, they're actually pretty cool, you know. They've got some cool designs for their you know, various units. Their troops are seemingly quite strong because they focus on guns and halberds and you know, swords and shields and so on and so forth. You know, all that wonderful stuff. But when it comes down to it, they seem really not very good. I don't know whether that's just me or whether that's a common I don't know, common conception. I don't know, or shall we say perception. So yeah, I mean, that may very well be the case, I don't know, but as you can see, look at this, we're literally just murdering every single one of these guys that come up here. I'm actually going to get up my runic blunderbuss real fast. Just kill those guys. Look at that, nice shot. Nice shot, Mr. Slythe, very good. Okay, can I actually get some more, please? This is the point about the reload speed. The reload speed takes so long to reload, it really does. But we're getting some great firearm proficiency, and hopefully that's going to help me to reload there just that a little bit faster. That guy literally just getting jetpacked off there a little bit. Okay, let's just kill those. Wow. Yeah, I didn't kill as many as I wanted with this particular shot, but that's absolutely fine. But I think what's really cool actually about this weapon is obviously the penetration, but apart from that, I actually really quite like the speed rating being quite slow, because here's the thing, if it was obviously faster, it would be super OP, it would be really, really powerful. But on the other hand, it really makes you choose your shots carefully. And I think that's actually really cool. I like that. I like being able to choose your shots tactically, strategically, whatever you want to call it, because that makes it so much more impactful. Because without that, you then get into a situation where you're just firing off randomly and you're like, oh yeah, I could just, you know, shoot anytime. And I don't really need to be careful with these. And, you know, it's just kind of like a throwaway thing. But with the way it is right now, you really have to weigh it up. You have to be like, oh yeah, I want to make sure that I get the most value out of this shot. Because if I don't, we may indeed, you know, just not get the resolution that we want for the particular situation we're in. And that makes a huge difference. Massive amounts of damage coming in from the Poison Wind Globadiers, by the way. Look at that damage. Very nice. Okay, can we get more of that, please? Okay, yeah, I'm just going to try and shoot at these guys. Boom! There we go. take out a bunch. I hope that we're going to be able to reload. Come on. This also gives you increased tension as well, because obviously you're going to want to very quickly reload. You want to reload as fast as possible, but obviously the musket, blunderbuss, whatever, can only literally reload at the speed at which it can reload. So, you know, you have no real control over that, but, you know, the fact is it still increases the tension, it increases the stress that you're undergoing at the time. You're thinking, oh, I really want this to reload, you know, faster, and, you know, all that wonderful stuff. Anyway, oh, hello. The Doom Ball is getting a little bit caught out right here. Not a big fan of that, actually. Have we lost a lot of people? No, we haven't. We haven't lost a lot of people at all, but the enemy is actually outnumbering us quite a bit here, and indeed, they are apparently making things very uncomfortable for us. My Doom Ball is hopefully not going to die being in this situation. It is taking additional damage, but hopefully won't die. Okay, wait a minute. I need to shoot these guys. There we go. I'm basically just trying to shoot as high level opponent as I can get my hands on, but obviously that can't always be the case, because I actually don't really know which ones are high level and which ones aren't. I mean, most of them, yeah, you sure, you know, they're going to have fancy equipment on and things. They're the ones that are going to be the things that I need to kill, but some of the time you just can't tell, because the Empire has some really fancy armor on most of their troops. So it's just like, well, that guy seems to have fancy armor, I'll shoot him, you know. That's kind of what I'm dealing with here, but yeah, otherwise I think we should... Yeah, we should be okay. We've already eliminated 500 of the enemy, and I believe... Oh, there we go. We've got another bunch of people. There is actually a cold wizard on the enemy side. I'd like to kill that guy if I can, but I don't think I'm going to be able to. I don't know where he is, first of all, and second of all, he's probably going to be in the siege tower already. He's casting something right here. Okay, we're getting some really nice level ups as well, by the way. Super nice level ups. And let me actually just see here. Oh, here we go. Yeah, no, we need to kill this guy. Kill him. Kill the Demigryph Knight. Or whoever that is. There we go. Yes, it was a Demigryph Knight, in actual fact. Okay, very good. Okay, what I need to do is I need to find the Cold Wizard. Where is he? Because no doubt that fellow is going to prove himself to be rather irritating. He's probably going to do a lot of damage. I don't even know whether they do damage. I'm going to assume they do, at least. But yeah, these guys literally just had no idea what they were really doing here. And the Empire, as I said, I personally feel like they're not very difficult to eliminate. And I could be, I don't know, maybe I'm overconfident. Maybe I'm overconfident. And in which case, that's a really bad sign, because that means I'm going to make a huge error in the future. I mean, obviously, I did get a little bit overconfident versus the Vampire Lords, well, should we say the Lord that we fought earlier in the episode, and well, that kind of put us in our place a little bit, and there you go, we actually achieved victory. Look at that. Whew. That was nice. I like it. Okay, so we only earned 34 morale. I'm still kind of sad that we don't get renown, or should we say we don't get renown every single time for siege defenses. I managed to kill 201 people, and I don't get any renown for it. I feel really sad by that, to be honest, but there you go. Anyway, Doom Bull, 57 kills. Another one, 35 kills. Poison Wind Globadiers. Obviously, they're killing our own people as well, but they did some pretty decent damage in the process. And yeah, we actually barely lost anyone. One of my Doom Bulls was wounded, which is obviously great. And we can actually take these guys prisoner, which I'm going to try to do. I will try to take every single one of them prisoner if I can. We've got some Giant Slayers here and some various other dwarves and things like that. And I'm actually going to be taking them, not to use, but to put into my garrison, or to put into the garrison, because I don't know whether it's actually going to be my town. But I'm going to put it in there, because if I do that, at least the town has some... Actually, you know what? I don't even think I need to do this, because I think it's probably going to automatically rescue them and put them in there, but I don't want to take that chance, just in case it doesn't actually do that. So let's manage the garrison real fast, and we can actually level these guys up too. That is hilarious. Alright, let's just do that. I think hammerers are pretty good, aren't they? I have no idea. I really don't know that much about the dwarven troop tree or anything like that. Okay, let's just do this. Master Thunderer. I do know that the Giant Slayers are really good. And what do we want? I want to go for about 10 of these, and then we'll go for the rest in skirmishing. Let's go for a Black Rat there. Veteran Storm Vermin. Nice, nice. We don't have any Storm Vermin whatsoever, so it would be quite nice to have some more of those. And we got some more Warplock Engineers too. And we got Mr. Nagrat there as well. Okay, so Nagrat has actually leveled up. Obviously, as you can see right here, he's pretty terrible in pretty much every respect. So I'm not really sure what we should do with him, but well, I guess the way that he's doing it right now is perfectly fine. Let's just level up his constitution a little bit here as well. This is Vugrak. And yeah, apart from that, I think we're fine. We can now wait here for some time. Look at that. Not bad, not bad. So we were able to defend Nuln, and yeah, the Empire is, well, let's face it, it's not really looking particularly weak at the moment, but they are definitely taking huge losses. The ability to go into these large battles and still end up taking significant casualties is making a massive difference in their ability to go forward. It's really going to make a huge difference to them. And that's exactly what's going to happen. That is literally what's going to happen every single time. Because if I can help it, I'm obviously going to try to achieve victory almost every single time. Wow, I'm getting a load of money for some reason. Why am I getting so much money right now? Where did I get this from? Oh, from my town, 4,000. Huh, that's really interesting. I was gaining, what was it? Only 2,000, only a very short time ago, so I'm kind of a bit weirded out by that. Alright. Alright, so we're gonna do a dungeon, and it's long in length, but I'm pretty sure I should be able to go through here quite fast, or at least I hope so. And we're going to be playing with enemy selection being focused, because I wouldn't mind playing against a bunch of like undead and zombies and stuff. I think that could be quite fun. And we have Dark Ogre, Man-Eater, Chaos Dwarf, Demon Smith, as well as a Doom Bull, of course, coming in with us. And let's see. Alright, okay, this is actually a really nice and easy one. I'm not sure why it's so dark. Why is it always really dark whenever I go into these things? I don't know, but yeah. Anyway, this might actually be more difficult than I anticipated, because obviously the enemies that we're fighting right here are indeed quite harsh. I'm not really going to be looking to get the chests. Generally, I would look for the chests if I needed cash. And yeah, sure, I kind of do need cash, but not really anymore. If I mean, obviously I've got all the ward save that I want now. I can't get any more. So the only thing I can do now is just buy legendary stuff from the merchants. But I'm not really looking for that either. I don't really... Most of the legendary gear is not really applicable for me. If there is actually anything legendary that you think I could use from any of the merchants for Slythe himself, then by all means let me know, because obviously I'm always open, you know, to suggestions. Like for example the Runic Blunderbuss. It's a super cool and fun weapon to use, and I'm very happy that someone suggested it, because it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun to use it. So I'm, you know, perfectly happy for anything like that. And if there is anything else that you think would be kind of cool to try and use, then by all means let me know. Otherwise, I'm basically just gonna be going about here. Now, we did actually take the Emperor of the Empire prisoner, and I literally just got a ransom offer that was totaling around 19,000. 19,000 in cash for the Emperor, and I thought to myself, you know what? I was kind of tempted, but then I also thought, you know what, maybe it's actually a better idea to let this guy just kind of stick around in our prisoner's hold, because if I let him go, he's going to immediately gather massive amounts of... it's not here. Okay, that's actually kind of sad. Oh, well, never mind. I thought I'd check here because this is a relatively easy map to search. I'm going to assume that the chest is somewhere else. I'm never going to find it, unfortunately, but, you know, that's just how it goes. Unfortunately, it's just one of those things. I'm pretty sure that it's going to be here somewhere, and I've just missed it by, you know, a very small amount, but you know me, I'm not really caring about it too much right now. Basically, the only goal that I have right now is literally just getting the legendary at the end. That's literally all I want. So that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna just literally make my way out. I'm just gonna literally go right now. Okay, come on now. Let me just get out of here. I'm literally just gonna run. You know what? I'm literally just oh, I can't do that. Yeah, I forgot about that. You can't just brute force it. Oh, come on now. Kill this guy. Are you serious? Okay. Oh, I leveled. Oh, okay. Hello. That's nice. Okay. It's been a while since we've actually leveled. Okay, great. There we go. Let's load the next dungeon straight up. And let's just tell these guys to follow me once again. What is this map? This is a bit of an unusual one. I don't think we've been here before. Okay, this is going to be interesting. I'm not sure if we're going to do this relatively well. Hopefully we will. Is that a vampire right there? No, that's a blood knight. Okay. There's also a necromancer here. Not a big fan of that. The Doom Bull is obviously helping us out quite a significant amount here already. These guys are blocking and dodging like no one's business. Yeah, it is a vampire, so that makes sense. Oh man, oh, okay. Yeah, Chaos Dwarf just killed, and the Dark Ogre was also killed. That is such a classic situation, isn't it? The Doom Bull and me just duoing the rest of this particular level. That's hilarious. Okay, maybe I can actually... Oh, there's a chest. Is that the chest right there? Yeah, that is the chest right there. Look at that. Okay, let's actually have a look. Is there anything good here? Empire Warhammer, the Vampire Greaves are okay, 2-barreled pistol. The rest of it is absolutely awful and not even worth me really looting it, but there you go. Alright. I guess that just goes to show maybe it's not the best idea for me to look for these things, but there is also a possibility that they will have legendaries in these chests. We did find one in one of my other dungeon runs, so it's... You know, it is possible. And why can't I go through here? Huh. Where's the exit? Alright, so I found the exit. Now we're in the Tower of Death, as I like to call it, because this is, well, it's not even that bad, actually, to be honest, but it could be potentially bad. It depends on the kinds of enemies that you're going to fight here, because I feel like if you are fighting something like orcs here, or basically anyone with ward save, I feel like anyone with ward save here could be a huge nightmare, because then you're literally just going to have, you know, absorbs your attack over and over again, and it's going to be extremely irritating to deal with that in such a close quarters situation. So that's obviously the main point, but I guess that's just me maybe having a bias against ward save, because I really don't like ward save on enemies, because I think that's really annoying, but obviously I have a huge amount of ward save on my own character, so it's a little bit hypocritical of me, but, you know, it's just how it is. You know, if an enemy has something that you have as well, then it's it's just because they have it that it's annoying, you know. If I was the only one that had it, then it would just be imbalanced, but that wouldn't really make any difference to me. Okay, wait, let's kill this guy. There we go. Let's go into the next one. What are we on right now? We're on level 5. Okay, I should have a pretty easy time of getting through this. I just need to make sure that our Doom Bull friend actually lives. So me assisting him as much as possible is really, really important, and making sure that I don't take too much damage in the process as well. Because obviously I am going to take damage, it's just it's inevitable, even with ward save being maxed out. And it's actually quite funny, because I think you can even get advanced ward save, can't you? Or something like that? Or is it advanced advanced ignore pain, I think you can get. So that was something that I was very, very interested in. But I don't think you can actually get that with any character except a dwarf. So that's obviously a bit of a problem, but yeah, it doesn't really matter. You know, it doesn't really matter at all. I did make a video on a possible dwarven character, and I had a huge amount of fun. I actually thought it was probably one of the most fun starts that I've ever had, and yeah, I thought it was great. I might need to use a healing potion here, actually. Maybe. Not sure. I haven't actually used a healing potion yet, which just goes to show exactly that, you know, how much ward save actually helps. It's pretty incredible, actually. Surprisingly enough. And let me see here. Wait a minute. Yep, gonna have to. Yeah, I'm gonna have to use the healing potion now, because these guys are actually getting through my various defenses. I have so many defenses right now. I've got ward save, dodge, ignore pain. I mean, really, they're getting through basically everything, which is staggering. Look at this guy. He literally just did 27 damage to me right there. Very, very painful, but it's okay because we're an absolute beast. We've got so much HP. And, oh yeah, by the way, in my efforts to sort of locate the runic blunderbuss, by the way, I did come across a set of armor that has the added benefit of doubling your HP at the start of the battle. Can you imagine? Can you imagine that? And then there's also a helmet. So that was a set of armor, obviously, if I mentioned that. Did I mention that it was a set of armor? Well, whatever the case. The point is, there was also a helmet that actually enabled healing. So you get like, I think it's like, what is it? 1 to 3 HP every time you do a certain thing. And I thought that was absolutely incredible too. So there are some amazing things that you can get. Anyway, we did get 2 pairs of gauntlets, which is quite funny, and that's obviously going to be relatively decent for us. And now we can go on to the next one. This is the final level as far as I'm aware. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rush for the exit. I'm going to hope that my Doom Bull follows me. And all I'm going to do is literally just go in a straight line like this. And hopefully the Doom Bull will not get trapped or caught in any way, and we're literally just going to go this way, and that's it. That's all I'm going to do. I'm just going to go this way, hopefully not get killed by the Hell Knight. Oh, no, the Doom Bull got killed. No, that's absolutely terrible. I'm going to have to use a healing potion. That's awful. Oh no, oh well, never mind. I mean, it is to be expected considering there's a Vampire Ascendant there and a bunch of other really annoying people, and there we go. Oh no, I still can't leave. Oh, I actually hoped that I'd be able to get there before these guys came down. But yeah, nope. Still not able to leave. Okay, maybe I can now. Nope. Yeah, I don't know what the proximity is like, but apparently it's pretty large. It's kind of weird. Oh well, considering I've already made my way over here, I should probably look for the chest, because as far as I'm aware, there is a possibility for the chest to be over here. I don't see it, so I'm going to assume it's in the other room, and I'm not gonna bother with that. There you go. Alright, so what do we get? Master Magic Staff. It's actually good. Don't get me wrong, it's actually really, really good. As you can see, it provides you with +8 to mana every phase, and you have a +3 to your casting roll, which is actually incredible. And it also gives you no casting penalty for holding the staff. So it's an amazing, amazing weapon, but unfortunately, it's just not something for me. So I could technically give it to Oggy Boggy. This is an absolutely incredible piece of armor, by the way. Look at how expensive this is. 50,000 to sell. Obviously, that's not how it's going to be. I'm not going to be able to sell it for 50,000 because the value of it is going to go down dramatically due to our trade penalty. But, you know, it's still available. And there you go, 35 renown. Very good. Look at that. Nice. Okay, so I'm actually really pleased that we were able to even achieve victory in the dungeon. I had to use 2 healing potions, even despite having such great ward save. But that's just how it is, I suppose. Anyway, I am probably going to be speccing into more charisma. I think that's probably going to be a pretty decent idea. Let's go for some more prisoner management as well. Yeah, I guess, because that's going to enable us to take more vassals prisoner, and I think that's pretty useful. I could also spec into more looting. I'm not sure how effective that's really going to be, but other than that, that's going to be it for this episode. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.